to scald these noodles because the noodles have got oil. And the manufacturers, they use recycled oil, which is not too good for us. So I've boiled up some hot water, give it a quick scald. You can do it a couple of times if you want. I have already done it once before, so I'm doing it again. So this is like the second time round. That's why it's not as oily as the first time. Then I'm going to just drain it. You can see some of the oil still coming out of it, even though I've done it earlier on. So I run a little bit of cold water over it to stop the cooking process and also to get rid of some more excess oil. Now, when you scald the noodles, what it does is it helps the cooking to be faster. It cooks a little bit quicker than if you didn't scald it. So now it doesn't have to be completely totally drained. It's now drained. So over here, I'm going to show you what I've got as your ingredients. This is made up of 4 shiitake mushrooms soaked overnight, or you don't have to soak overnight if you don't want to. You soak it in hot water for a couple of hours and then you slice it. 4 shiitake mushrooms to 1 packet of kung fu egg noodles. This brand kung fu I find fries up a lot better than the other brands. It cooks right through and it's a little bit springier than a lot of other brands. Apart from the shiitake mushrooms, I've got some sliced fish cake. Sliced thin, you can see it. Just only about 8 or 10 slices. This one here is some char siu, sliced up thin. It's about 1.5 inches. You buy a whole strip and then you take a piece about that much and you cut it into little small slices. Then over here, we've got chicken breast, and the chicken breast is cut up to this size. You can marinate it with a little bit of salt and pepper if you want, but if you don't want, you don't need to. And I've got all up about 12 prawns, and some I've sliced. You can see how I've sliced them. I slice them that way. The way I devein it is the way I slice it, open half. The way I've done it is because when you cook it, the prawns curl up and it looks much better than if you cut it half. Also, the cooking is much quicker, and on top of that, it imparts more flavor into your noodles. So I tend to do my prawns this way more than the other half. Now what I'm going to show you very quickly is how I do that. Now, with a sharp knife, I devein it first. I devein that. I take this black vein away, and then what I'm going to do is halve it to show you. You're not going to cut yourself, so don't worry about doing it this way, okay? And it finishes. That's it. All along, you press your prawn down. I'm going to do another one more to show you, so you know you're not going to hurt yourself. Devein, just do a slit. Oh, this one, here's a clean prawn. So still a little piece here. I'll take it out. And then what I'm going to do is show you how I slice it into half. See, with a sawing movement, you're halving it. You can't hurt yourself because once it's the end, you're going to know. And then all you do is pull it out. There goes your 2 half of prawns. And this way your prawns much sweeter. So now my wok is smoky. I put in my 1/4 cup of oil. You can put in about 1/3 because we've washed off all the oil, and this is about roughly a 1/3. Yep. Enough. Yeah. Yeah. I'll need the whole lot. So this is about 1 tablespoon of garlic. Give it a stir. And then your raw ingredients go in first. You don't want your garlic to be too brown because the flavor will change. So roast the meat that cooks a little bit, takes a little bit longer to cook. So we cook in the chicken first. Then next we put in the prawn, sorry. Give it a quick stir. And then the rest of the ingredients can go in once the prawns have turned opaque. I've always stressed on the prawns turning opaque. It's going, it's going, going. So once the prawns are turning opaque, we can then load up everything. See this little burn here? That's what that emulsifies the sauce later. So don't worry about the little burn. Stir it well and we'll get rid of that burn. And when I add my chicken stock or pork stock, it'll start emulsifying. So what I've got here is 2 tablespoons of light soy, 1 tablespoon of sweet soy, and then now I'm going to put in my dark soy, about 1 tablespoon. So put that all in. The thick one, you can see there, that is the sweet soy. So don't worry about this little burn, because that is the thing that's going to emulsify. Gives it the nice coating. When I say emulsify, what I mean is it coats your noodles and your vegetable later. And the color, you can see, is just right. We don't want to waste our soy, so I'm putting my chicken stock to rinse through and get the last bit of my soy. So when the wok is hot, you can see how the flames come up. Smelling so good, huh? And the color is so good too. So I put in the rest of the chicken stock. So I don't want to waste my little dark soy.
No waste policy.
No waste, no waste. So you can see all that is going to emulsify later. You can see it's thickening. That's the emulsifying process. And I'm going to just give this a quick cover over for just only a few minutes. Soften the noodles and then in will go my vegetable. Because we like the vegetable to be nice and fresh. And while you're waiting for that to cook, start cleaning. You want a clean bench, you want a clean table. When you finish, you don't have much left to do. And a nice clean top, so you can sit down and enjoy your meal without worrying about a dirty table. Look at how beautiful and sticky that is. Now what I'm going to do is, everyone likes this a little bit more moist, so I'm going to get a little bit more water. You don't have to add any more stock. We're going to add in a little bit more water. The reason is because the noodles, they do absorb any liquid afterwards that's in the bottom of the bowl. Some absorb, they do absorb a lot of water, so, or stock. Now I'm going to add in another 3/4 of a bowl, and don't worry, it looks soupy, but all that soup will go, it will disappear. Just before you eat, it'll be just right. So now, don't worry about the noodles sticking at the bottom. It will go nice and sticky afterwards. Don't overstir because you might break all the noodles. So be gentle with it and just keep pushing on the side. You'll notice most of my things are just pushing. Yep. You cannot keep stirring too much and you cannot poke it. So this is almost done. Once the vegetable turns color, you don't want it to overcook. It's almost done. Some people like to put the lid on with the vegetables in it, but I prefer the veggie to be just cooked, meaning like so, because the cooking process will continue on even after I dish it up. See how the water or the stock is gone? And see, it's now become sort of semi-sticky. So afterwards, it'll get stickier. So now, ready for me to dish out. Okay, off with the heat. How good the color is. This is such a balanced meal. You've got your protein, you've got your fiber, you've got your carbohydrates. So that's what we like. A one-dish meal, so to speak. what you can do is you can garnish this, I forgot to bring it down, with some fried shallots or fried onions. And that makes it very nice. And then sprinkle a bit of pepper before you serve. So now I'm going to dish it onto this. I think it will take. My estimate is not that bad. Dish it on is, I'm going to pour it. I think the chef should go upstairs and try it. There you go. This is your Hokkien char. And this is the fried, wrong label, huh? This is the fried shallots. You can see. It's beautiful. You can buy them in any of the Chinese grocery shops. Buy the ones from Malaysia. They are slightly crispier and has a better flavor than from the other countries. You get them from Thailand as well. So now I'm going to put a bit of pepper right around. Drown it with pepper. That's it. There. That's Hokkien char.